Welcome to week two. Super excited to get to this portion of the coursework. Last week we went over logos. We went over starting to create your business plan, which at the end of this entire class, you should have your business plan, or you should have a good foundation of the building blocks you need in order to create your business plan. Okay, and we also went over branding colors and logos, and then I created a little bit of a demo for you guys to see a platform that I use to create logos, right? Okay, so now that brings us to domains and your web presence. A few things about what's going on now on TikTok in particular. One of the things that is going on will demonstrate the reason that it's so important to have a web presence. And then also some things that are going on in regard to to Hillman Talk University is a good reason to have a multiple domain extensions. So the first thing is TikTok showed us in the past couple of weeks when they shut down the importance of having your web presence and your intellectual property in multiple locations and not just one location. That's firstly the importance of having a website, right? And the second thing is the importance of having your own domain, having a domain name and getting all of the extensions of your domain name in which you're going to be using to start your business. One of the things that Hillman Talk, I think, were caught a little bit, Hillman Talk University was caught a little bit off guard with was when they started to promote Hillman Talk University not to immediately grab those domain names, the .com, .org, .net, .edu, .info. One of the most important things is once you look into your domain name, you do some research on your company name, you find that you have the right company name, then start to look for your domain. And when you get the domain, you need to grab the .com, .net, .org, .edu, .info, and any other extension that you can afford to grab at that particular time. One of the things that happened with the Hillman Talk University is that I believe they may have grabbed one of the domains and then other people grabbed the other domains. That creates a serious problem when it comes down to trademarking and copywriting intellectual property, because now when you go through the trademark process, you have to prove your use case. And when other people having those domains, that gives them a foothold to get their copyright or trademark ahead of you, even though you started it. So I can't even stress this enough, the importance of, again, buying the .com, .net, .org, .info, .edu, and all of the dots, all of them, before you start to promote your business. So important. Okay, now that brings us to web hosting. So, or let's go with website creation. So when you start to think about what kind of website you want, then we'll go to hosting that will play a role in it. So a few things you need to think about. There are a lot of different web platforms out there in which to build your website. So you want to give thought to the ones that you want ahead of time. Now, there are right now really cool options out here. When I started playing around with websites, there weren't as many options that we have now. Now you have a couple of AI platforms out here that allow you to create your website really easy using AI. One of those is called Hookos, which is really cool. And then another, there's a drag and drop option. There are a couple different ones. Elementor is really nice. I like Elementor because Elementor can be built into WordPress, which is my absolute favorite. It's my go-to. I like WordPress because it's a content management system. So it allows you to have a database behind the website and you have a front-facing theme on top, layered on top of the database. So everything that's on your website that you build within that website stays within that database, and the outside theme can change very easily with a click of a button. I did a very quick demo on my YouTube channel, and the link will be in the Hillman Talk page on week 2 about websites. That will give you a demo on WordPress. And WordPress is pretty easy, but you have to get used to it. So I gave a very short demo on that as well. And then once we have our domain name, .com, .net, .org, .edu, .info, and .whatever, once we have all that, then we have the platform in which we've decided on the platform in which we want to use for the website, because websites are still important, because no matter what, you still have to have, even if you go with the social platforms, you still have to drive people to your website. So notice throughout this whole entire class, I had everything set up on my website before I jumped into the Hillman Talk University thing. Had I not had a website, I wouldn't be able to teach you guys this. So that goes to show you the importance of having a website. And also TikTok doing that shutdown. That goes to show you how important having a website is, because people that didn't have a website, once TikTok went down, they were sliding down the wall, on the ground crying, not shading them. I probably would have been doing the same thing, under the bed, fetal position. You don't want to be there, right? Because all of the work that you have is built upon somebody else's platform. Okay, so we have all that. And now we have to think in terms of, we have the domain, we have the platform in which we want to use for the website, and now we want to think in terms of now hosting, right? So hosting is very important. If you go with certain sites, all the hosting is built in, but if you choose your own, sometimes you may have to you might have to get your own hosting. Now I have it's a resources section called the Smart Start resources. Right under the Hillman Talk page in the resources section on my website is a whole list of different hosting companies that I partner with, that you can make a choice from, depending on what kind of website that you want, right? If you go with a traditional website, again, they may have some kind of domain hosting in there, and check prices, of course. Hosting will not be free. And then also, if you want to go with a WordPress website, you have to make sure the hosting company in which you use is a WordPress friendly website. My original hosting that I had many, many years ago, since I've been with the same hosting company since 1998, I believe, which is a long time, right? But they were not overly WordPress friendly, but I made it work. So you don't want to have to make it work. A lot of hosting companies are WordPress friendly, so you want to rock with those. Okay, this was very long, but you guys know by now that I'm a little bit long-winded, especially when I'm talking about like this kind of techie stuff. These are things that you just can't do in a matter of like a 30-second video. Anywho, check out more information about WordPress, because WordPress is extremely amazing. The capabilities are like second to none. That would be on week 2 on my website. See, this is why you have to have a website. On week 2, it's a whole demo on how to I walked you through some of the steps on the important parts of creating a WordPress website. Okay, hope you guys are enjoying this. I am so enjoying having you, and I am enjoying teaching this course.